Oh, you already have the Fontaine treasure compass. Using the treasure compasses is honestly addicting to me. I want to find everything. Storybook, I guess. This is a strange fairy tale with some comments written in purple ink. The rabbit's pocket watch is, in truth, the beginning of the dream. The watch is a precise timekeeper, but the flow of time in dreamland is madness. When the clock chimes, all shall end. Mary Ann, whom people often mistake Liddell for. But could it not be that they were, at first, one and the same? The caterpillar has all the hallmarks of maturity, the pipe, the reading glasses, the knowledge, yet a larva he remains, not yet a butterfly. One who lacks the confidence to break through a cocoon shall die before ever becoming so. But moths have no mouth parts, and thus they can only leap into the flames. The Queen of Hearts, the one who loved to take heads, the White Knight, who mumbled about his little inventions, the Red Queen, in the end, it was all her dream, and she was a little mother cat. Who do I main? I switch up my team a lot. Originally Klee, she's my favorite Genshin character. She's a precious child. And then probably Alhaitham. Probably I would say I'm an Alhaitham main, if I had to pick one. Because I love him. But we're testing out Niviette. Because pulling for him was a very painful experience. He was your first 5-star. I love Ito. He's such a good boy. Such an experience. I think my first 5-star, it was either Chi-Chi or Klee. I might have gotten them on the same day, just on different banners. Oh, I'm supposed to talk to Paimon. Storm, why are people so fond of immersing themselves in dreams? Marianne weaves a dream encircling everyone, and Narzitzen-Croy is living in his dream of saving the world. And I'm the one who's worried about tomorrow. So it's understandable if you don't understand Paimon. Because Paimon's the type to live in the present. But if it's a dream, you have to wake up eventually. Alhaitham's knees annoy you? What did his knees do to you? And there are only 2 things you can do after waking from a dream. You can try to go right back to sleep and return to the same dream, or you can face yourself in the waking world. And since you've woken up, it's time for breakfast. You can reward yourself with a nice chicken mushroom skewer. That does not sound like a good breakfast option. It's time to wake up again and bravely face reality for another day. You can do it. Wait, so that really was foreshadowing? Foreshadowing? What foreshadowing? His knees are very low. His legs are so... I understand what you're saying, though. When Child first came out and I pulled for him, another painful experience. Gliding as Child disturbs me because the way his legs bend, even though it's like the same model for all of the adult males, they just on Child, it looks particularly bad to me. And I'm just like, ugh, your legs shouldn't look like that. Hello, may I assist? About the Gardemex, who I didn't know were in the background until this very moment. Do not worry, all of them are inactive. If we consider their extreme age and the fact that they are early models, the probability of them waking at all is far from certain. I don't know, the ones on the upper floors had no problem waking up. Why would these not? According to the records of those with me, accessing the level below will trigger their activation sequences. At that point, around 60% of them will activate successfully. As for the remaining 40%, it's not guaranteed that they will fail to activate either. At least there's a chance. The slow march of time has reduced the danger we're about to face. You're starting to confuse me. Apologies. Ito's pants cover his knees, so you don't have to worry about it. Clothing is a nice workaround. Like with Niviette, when he's gliding, his little capey thing covers his legs most of the time, so I don't have to look at it. What's this? Notes. Red is the foundational principle, the philosopher's stone, while yellow represents gold and mortal temptation. Yellow is simply bait. Red is the final goal. However, Conria would likely seek the truth for gold's sake before turning that truth into a bread production pipeline. Uh-huh. Sure. I love playing as Linny. His little cat arrows are the best. And also, I love Zhongli. I actually don't have a Sino. Is the timing really hard for his Sino? When I test him out for the like free Primo gems, I never know what I'm doing. There are some Narzitzen-Croy's notes and books here. Interesting as they may be, none of them have a conclusion. Caterpillar, I have a question. Ask away. The members of the Ordo clearly hate Clockwork Mecha. So why are there so many gears in this tower? Now, that is an interesting question, but all I can offer is my own conjecture. In my opinion, the theme of this place isn't gears, but bells. The chime of a bell holds a special meaning, even for people like Jacob and Narzitzen-Croy. Special meaning? You just smashed the keyboard. That is completely valid. You know? It'd be like that. But I am also very excited for Navia. I don't know that I'll go so far as to replace my Zhongli with her. It depends on what her kit is, but I need her in my life. I have all the 5-star Geo characters. I'm not trying to break my record. I guess let's talk to An. How can I help you, Nightstorm? Both Caterpillar and Seymour are helping out, but I don't seem to be of any use now. Don't worry about it. Of course, I understand, though it's obvious that we can just kick it open. We've reached an understanding to do some investigating instead. I suppose this is us trying to mentally prepare ourselves after a fashion, right? Miss Storm, Caterpillar seems to have found the key. Fantastic. You found that you can level up artifacts and weapons at level 35, and that made your characters weaker to have artifacts? Odd. Well, well. Guess what we have stuck between the pages, Storm. Did you go through all of these books to find that key? Good on you, sir. It's a key. Indeed, and Seymour's already used sonic imaging to do a rough analysis. It really is the key to that door. If Fontaine's authorities raided this place before, why didn't they find this? Perhaps the answer is that it was simply never raided. Having looked through the notes here, I think I can understand why. Why he simply closed the door and quietly left. What are you trying to say? It's nothing. Perhaps this is enough. After all, there are clockwork mecha below that may come to life at any second. So what? I have a Niviette. He's like a loaded gun. Time to go. Oh no! Artifacts can make a character. They're also the bane of my existence. Like, my Niviette has an absolutely terrible circlet, but it's fine. I guess it's not terrible, but it could be so much better. But I'm sick of doing this domain. So sick of it.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile,
Niviette, what are you talking about?
Patiently to fully appreciate
Just use the key. Niviette's voice lines are wild. Yeah, no, artifacts, man. Gotta have the right set, gotta have the right main stat, gotta have the right substats, and then you gotta hope it rolls into what you want it to. It's such a fun experience. Investigate. I am not reading this. Oh my. I probably should, though. Google is your bestie. You're not wrong. Reading all of the like little minutia of every single character's abilities and skills, and then reading everything for all the artifacts is a lot. Google will get you there so much faster. This report collates various other reports written during the archaeological studies conducted on the temple ruins, including, as the report includes large amounts of related to said plan. It is only available for internal consumption. It is prohibited to disclose any of the following content in speeches or official publications to external parties. As to how to decipher the stone tablets and bronze slates, we hit a massive roadblock right from the start. Most of the texts previously discovered in older Golden Troop ruins, that's cute, and legacy copies we got from collections were all from Fontaine's early nation-building stage or later. As such, most of these texts were written in Fontanian script. This time, we unearthed a great number of antediluvian, I guess that's a word, bronze slates and stone tablets, which all use ancient Romurian script. Your friend wants to build your characters for you. That's nice. Ooh, you have that much saved up? That's good. Well, at least you'll get your Navia, even if you have to hit hard pity twice. Where was I? Regarding Romurian characters, they seem to be some form of phonography, of which we currently only recognize a single-digit amount. For the longest time, we treated them like simple musical notes and undertook many trials on that basis without any progress. As such, we hit an impasse in our research, until after being reminded by Mr. Eric, we found in an ancient copy preserved in the Institute of Natural Philosophy, made progress in deciphering the documents. It's the first step in a long journey, but we have already surpassed all previous scholars of the esoteric. My gosh, your best friend has over 300 saved? Oh. Niviette, I lost my 50-50, and I had to hit almost hard pity to get him both times. I think I got him at around 75 or 80. And then Farina, I got in my first 10 pull, thank God. Oh, Clorinde. I need her so badly. Honestly, all the Fontaine characters are winners. They're all fantastic to me. All the 5 stars, at least. I have not really messed around with the 4 stars. Oh, you had 300. Oh, okay. I want all the characters, so I'm not capable of saving up that much. It's just not gonna happen. Regarding morality, while this might conjure up empty talk of ethics today, it had more practical significance to the ancients. Complete mastery over the body by one's will was considered the consummation of human virtue, a pinnacle that only gods and the rarest of mortals could come close to attaining. Following mortal decay, the will became shackled to bodily form, willpower withered, and humanity became entirely enslaved to their flesh. The ancients would see this as a separation from civilization's communal body, an eternal sundering from music and the divine, becoming next of kin to the beasts. You saved for most of Sumeru just because you wanted side note? And what? Yes, you needed Wanderer. Scaramouche is the most precious of children. I love him. Ironically, I think Sino is the only Sumeru character I don't have. Other than Kaveh, I never got a Kaveh, and I'm so upset about it. My Alhaitham needs his kave. But alas, the universe says no to me. Regarding the concepts of spirit and will, just as the people of Sumeru had specialized terminology to illustrate different stages of plant growth, Fontanians had more than 20 words describing water's various aspects. However, the ancient study and differentiation of the spirit reached heights that we ourselves found challenging to attain. While for the most part it was divided into memory, wishes, soul, and persona, a spirit's qualities still carried complex distinctions. Among these, the state that came closest to the perfect freedom that divinities possessed was called true will, the detachment of human will from such meticulous research as a jumping off point. Perhaps it was through this power that the ancients achieved transcendence from the physical realm. Despite this remarkable achievement, they were unable to escape their fate, which appeared preordained. You have a Kave, but bad build. You need to make a pretty male team. Well, luckily now you have a lot of good choices. Regarding Fortuna, you just need to make one that actually can function. That's the main point. Can they play well together? Home stretch, last paragraph. We can do this. Regarding Fortuna, myth, proverbs, and poetry are all that we have compiled so far in connection to Fortuna. These findings deviate significantly from initial expectations. At best, they could be described as vague inferences and a priori assertions, bereft of quantifiability or scientific rigor. They appear exceedingly rudimentary and primitive when compared to the world formula. Furthermore, as expected, this seems to be an attempt to make up for some shortfall. The ancients even made no small amount of errors in their selection of materials. This was unavoidable. Aside from the analysis of the will and the seal of chemical marriage, there was hardly any utility to be found. When faced with the fact that the ancients were deceived by such falsehoods for 1,000 years, one can only wonder if it was a matter of faith or folly. That was so much, I never want to go through it again. You're thinking Fremine, Kave, Zhao? There aren't any pretty male pyro characters. Are there not? D-Luke, he's attractive. I used to love D-Luke. Especially in this outfit. This outfit kind of makes him. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's it. Tomo's attractive. He's just not a character I would ever want to play as. They did him dirty. I like the outfit, though. They did do Toma dirty, though. Toma should have been so much better. His, like, attack animations are so attractive to me, but they do nothing. He isn't pretty. He is attractive. That's fair. That's fair. You're not wrong. Well, Natlin is coming up next, like a year from now, probably. Surely there will be pretty pyro characters that come out for the pyro country. Baby Dot. The combat capabilities arrayed here are quite the terrifying sight. You changed back, Caterpillar. Or are we fighting now? Well, we do need to be ready for a fight. After all, look. So many guard mechs. These must be the security installations that were left behind when the tower was sealed. I'm afraid attempting to access the lowest level will trigger their activation sequences. Your guess is correct. I've checked. These clockwork mecha can indeed still be activated. In other words, there's also a possibility that they will fail to activate. Yes, as we've discussed. They've been here for all these years. Well, this is the first time in all those years that the Holy Blade of Narzitzenkroy has been restored. Please tell me this is the end of this quest. I'm dying. I feel like Hayato borders between being pretty and just being attractive. I feel like he's a nice in-between. Niviad is also a weird straddling the line. Whereas you can clearly look at Kaveh and being like, ah, he's pretty. Niviad and Hayato definitely straddle the line for me. If the design from back then is accurate, the Holy Blade itself is the key that will open the final seal. If everyone's ready, let's get started. Who else is there for Hydro? I would not pick Xingqiu. Are there other male Hydro? Oh, Child. Also wouldn't pick Child for pretty. Well, it feels like the floor is moving. It's the beginning of the end. Is it really the beginning of the end, though? Like the end of this quest? Or the, like, apocalypse? Oh, it's sinking! I broke it. I don't have him. Ah.
Solidify.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a rerun recently.
Right here, right now, right here.
Settle down.
Wait, what am I attacking? Oh, those. Hi.
Let the mighty be humbled.
What's up? Which one of you is coming at me next?
Silence.
Right now, right here.
Okay. Hi.
Settle down.
At least they're coming at me in waves. Although I kind of would prefer they all come at me at the same time.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Right now.
Silence.
Oh, cutscene maybe? What is happening? Man, I really broke this tower, huh? Night Storm, Paimon, Caterpillar, Seymour. Is everyone all right? Define all right. Yes, it seems that we can now proceed deeper down. No! Let's go while there's still time. But there's still a bunch of clockwork mecha here. Go now. Leave this area to Seymour and I. We'll regroup at the Narzitzenkreuz Ordo. Okay, good luck. There is no need to worry about us. My combat assessment shows a 100% chance of survival. You nod to Caterpillar and Seymour, and then you leap through. Oh, okay. I don't need to read. Looks like Caterpillar and Seymour are stuck on the other side. Seymour, Caterpillar. Don't worry about them. Anne, whatever. They're strong. Besides, we agreed that we'd meet back up at the Ordo after all this is over, didn't we? And don't forget, we're both here with you. You're right, Paimon. I've seen how strong, smart, and kind you both are. There's nothing to fear with you two here. Nothing at all. That said, Paimon's a little scared herself. There's nothing to worry about. We have to keep moving forward. Okay. There's no telling what we'll run into next. Let's be careful.